need to understand we've got problems. I'm leaving South Africa. And like I said, I'm not gonna miss you. You're dastardly. Like proper. Hambani, Pumani, Nipel, Angandabanani, no, you can die. I don't care. Because you put me in a position to suffocate like this. A whole decade. I need a whole decade. I'm going to peel. A whole decade. I'm frankly dying. And a whole decade, I'm abused by spells. Experimenters that want to make South Africa a witchcraft state, take it. I'll tell you something. Alright, I'll tell you a little something. South Africa. Do you know where there is a witchcraft state in this world? And do you know where you can find evidences of what happens when you have a witchcraft state, a voodoo state? Yeah, do you know what happens? Just socially, economically, and socio-politically. It's just like a crash and a burn. Haiti is a witchcraft state. It's a voodoo state. It's a magic state. And it is calamitized. A failed state. People there don't get proper education. Their IQ level is hovering below sea level. There's nothing they can do that makes any kind of sense. Evangelists are always in danger. People are always just getting killed. Bodies lie in the streets. That's Haiti. There's cannibals out here eating people for bread because there's not enough agriculture to go around, I guess. Yeah, when you want to make your nation a voodoo state, when you want to make your nation a witchcraft state, an ancestral worshipping state, when you want to make your nation a Korobela state, when you want to make your nation a wealth transfer state, when you want to make your nation a Mamlambo carrying twilified monster state, you're going to end up having some cannibals in these streets. I mean, you already do eat flesh in the occult, so that's nothing new. But now it's going to be happening in broad daylight. Now, your streets are going to have carcasses, bodies just lying around with nobody collecting them in time. Now, your grocery stores are going to be empty, and so therefore there's going to be a whole bunch of crime that increases because of people's hunger. Now, you're going to have governments that completely disregard, like absolutely and comprehensively supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, ignore their own constitution. Ignore the constitution of the country. Because, I mean, really and truly, how in the world under heaven am I going to maintain liberties, laws, when there's too few resources to go around? Barbarism is the order of the day. That's what happens with a witchcraft state. That is what happens with a narco state. That is what happens when there are laws but don't nobody care. Do you understand? Your nation is a witchcraft state. Your leaders, bayayithanda high and low, with no recovery to sense. And now they are working with churches that are apostate like Rima to try and thwart religious freedoms in this country, and in particular they're coming for our dreams and our visions. So in other words, my whole entire ministry would have to just be smothered, die, go under a carpet, cease to exist, essentially just be eliminated. And I will have to now start to speak fluffy stuff on the internet, or nothing at all.